Germany was once an economic giant. It was a model of stability and growth. However, the years after 2023 told a different story. The German economy entered a recession. Growth stalled. This decline can be traced back to a series of energy policy missteps. These missteps left Germany vulnerable. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated these issues. Then the war in Ukraine dealt a devastating blow. The energy crisis exposed the cracks in Germany's economic foundation. It highlighted the dangers of relying too heavily on a single energy source. It also revealed the challenges of transitioning to a low-carbon economy. The German experience serves as a stark warning. It reminds us that even the most powerful economies are not immune to the consequences of energy insecurity. Germany's economic woes have been felt across Europe. Its struggles have sent ripples through global markets. The situation in Germany underscores the interconnected nature of the global economy. It is a reminder that energy security is not just a national issue. It is a global concern that demands a coordinated response. The German energy crisis is a complex issue with far-reaching consequences. It is a crisis that has been years in the making. It is a crisis that will take years to resolve. The choices Germany makes in the coming years will have a profound impact. They will determine not only its own energy future, but also the energy future of Europe and the world. Germany's energy woes are deeply intertwined with its reliance on Russian gas. This dependence grew significantly in recent decades. It became a strategic vulnerability. The relationship between Germany and Russia regarding energy dates back to the Cold War. Pipelines like Nord Stream 1 deepened this dependence. This pipeline, completed in 2011, runs directly from Russia to Germany under the Baltic Sea. It was intended to bypass transit countries and ensure a direct and reliable gas supply. However, this reliance on Russian gas became a double-edged sword. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, the West responded with sanctions. Germany was caught in a bind. It was heavily dependent on Russian gas, yet it also condemned the invasion. Russia weaponized its energy exports. It slashed gas flows to Europe, including Germany. This sent energy prices soaring. German businesses and households faced skyrocketing energy bills. The crisis forced Germany to confront its energy dependence. It scrambled to find alternative sources of gas. It also accelerated its efforts to develop renewable energy sources. However, these efforts have been hampered by bureaucratic hurdles and public resistance to new infrastructure projects. The German experience highlights the risks of becoming overly reliant on a single supplier for a critical resource. The energy crisis has also strained relations between Germany and its European neighbors. Some countries accuse Germany of prioritizing its own energy security over the needs of the European Union. The crisis has tested European solidarity. It has exposed the limits of energy cooperation within the bloc. Adding to the complexity of the crisis was Germany's decision to phase out nuclear power. This decision, made in the wake of the Fukushima disaster in 2011, was driven by public concern over safety and waste disposal. While understandable, the timing of the nuclear phase-out proved problematic. It coincided with the escalating crisis with Russia, leaving Germany with few options to replace its lost gas supplies. Germany's transition to renewable energy, while ambitious, has been slower and more challenging than anticipated. The country's Energiewende policy, launched in 2010, aimed to make Germany a global leader in renewable energy. However, progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Bureaucratic hurdles, grid infrastructure bottlenecks, and public opposition to wind turbines have slowed the deployment of renewables. Furthermore, the intermittent nature of wind and solar power requires significant investments in energy storage solutions, which have lagged behind. As a result, Germany remains heavily reliant on fossil fuels, particularly coal, to meet its energy needs. This reliance on coal, a highly polluting fossil fuel, undermines Germany's climate goals. It also exposes the country to price volatility in global coal markets. The German experience highlights the complexities of managing an energy transition. It underscores the need for a holistic approach that addresses not only the deployment of renewables, but also grid modernization, energy storage, and public acceptance. The economic and political consequences of Germany's energy crisis have been profound. High energy prices have hit German industry hard, particularly energy-intensive sectors like manufacturing. Companies like Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and BASF, once symbols of German industrial might, have seen their production costs soar. Some have even relocated parts of their operations to countries with lower energy prices. This industrial slowdown has had a ripple effect throughout the German economy, leading to job losses and a decline in economic output. The crisis has also fueled social unrest and political instability. The far-right Alternative for Germany, AfD party, which capitalized on public anxieties over immigration and economic insecurity, has seen a surge in popularity. The AfD has exploited the energy crisis to promote its nationalist agenda, blaming it on Germany's dependence on Russia and its support for Ukraine. The crisis has also exposed divisions within the governing coalition. The Green Party, a strong advocate for renewable energy, has faced criticism for its role in the nuclear phase-out and for not doing enough to accelerate the transition to renewables. The crisis has tested Germany's political system and its ability to respond effectively to complex challenges. The year 2024 saw significant shifts in Germany's energy consumption and production patterns. Primary energy consumption reached a record low, driven by a combination of factors including warmer weather, economic weakness, and efficiency gains. The decline in consumption was particularly pronounced in the industrial sector, reflecting the impact of high energy prices on manufacturing activity. On the production side, coal use in power plants decreased significantly compared to previous years. This decline was partly due to the ongoing phase-out of coal-fired power plants. However, it also reflected the increased availability of renewable energy, particularly solar power, which experienced significant growth in 2024. Despite these shifts, gas remained a significant source of energy for Germany, with imports from Norway and the United States partially offsetting the loss of Russian supplies. Electricity prices, while lower than their 2023 peaks, remained elevated compared to pre-crisis levels. This continued price pressure highlighted the challenges Germany faces in securing affordable and reliable energy supplies. The country's negative electricity trading balance, particularly with France and Nordic countries, underscored its dependence on energy imports. Germany's energy crisis is a cautionary tale, highlighting the challenges of balancing energy security, economic competitiveness, and environmental sustainability. As the country looks to the future, it faces a daunting task. Germany aims to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050, an ambitious goal that requires a radical transformation of its energy system. Achieving this goal will necessitate a multi-pronged approach. This includes accelerating the deployment of renewable energy sources, modernizing its electricity grid, investing in energy storage solutions, and promoting energy efficiency measures. Success will also require overcoming bureaucratic hurdles, addressing public concerns about renewable energy infrastructure, and fostering greater public acceptance of the need for a clean energy transition. Germany's ability to navigate these challenges will have significant implications not only for its own future, but also for the global effort to combat climate change. The German energy crisis serves as a stark reminder of the importance of energy independence. Relying heavily on a single supplier, especially one with a history of political maneuvering, can have dire consequences. Diversifying energy sources and suppliers is crucial for mitigating geopolitical risks and ensuring a stable and secure energy supply. This means investing in a mix of renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal, as well as exploring other low-carbon options like nuclear power. It also involves strengthening regional energy cooperation and developing strategic reserves to cushion against potential disruptions. Germany's experience offers valuable lessons for other countries navigating the complexities of energy transition. First, it highlights the need for a well-planned and gradual approach. Phasing out fossil fuels too quickly without adequate renewable alternatives can lead to energy shortages and price spikes, harming economies and disproportionately impacting vulnerable populations. Second, it underscores the importance of public engagement and support. Building consensus on energy policy requires transparent communication, addressing public concerns, and ensuring a just transition for workers and communities affected by the shift away from fossil fuels. Lastly, it demonstrates the need for international cooperation. Addressing climate change and ensuring global energy security requires collaborative efforts to accelerate the development and deployment of clean energy technologies, share best practices, and provide financial and technical assistance to developing countries. Germany's journey towards a sustainable energy future is far from over. The country faces significant challenges in overcoming its dependence on fossil fuels, accelerating the deployment of renewable energy, and managing the social and economic impacts of the energy transition. However, the crisis has also created an opportunity for Germany to reassess its energy policies, learn from its mistakes, and emerge as a leader in the global transition to a clean energy future. The choices Germany makes in the coming years will have far-reaching consequences, shaping not only its own destiny, but also the global fight against climate change.